welcome everyone. Sorry about the delay there, family issue, but it is taken care of and we can get started here shortly. Thanks everyone for dropping by. I'll see you in just a few seconds. Yeah, 445. I know. I'm late. I apologize. Quick little family thing happened. Let's put it this way. Put it this way. Food wasn't quite ready, so I had to scramble something real quick. Welcome, everyone. Ham Radio Wilderness with Frank, KG6NLW. And we're doing take two. Move that. Take two of the Kronos build. So we'll see what happens here. Badger, no. Botrix is just, I actually forgot what I used back. I actually forgot what I used Botrix for, so, it's just there. I'll have to take care of that later. Before I get going, though, y'all really like my content. 1,707. Hey, that's the area code I live in, 707. Beautiful. I'm looking to get to 2,000 by June 30th of this year, 2025. Let's see if we can bump that number up a little more. We'll see what happens. But with that, let's switch over here to the overhead. So, yes, it's going to be Tiny Frank and big parts. Yes, Chris, I can talk. Am I talking too much? Is that what you're trying to say? I talk too much? So, we're just going to start off with this real quick. So, this is the in-fed half-wave that I've been using for the last... this was my POTA rig for the last 2.5, 3 years. Yeah, last 2.5, 3 years. I had to think about that for a second. My home rig, which is the same exact enclosure, only it's destroyed now. Here, let's do that. There we go. I replaced this, and Tortoise, Tiny Frank is a lot better than Giant Frank that covers up the whole desk. So yeah. So, this is the radiating element, ground. And you notice when I do that, so when I touch the probes, there's this little icon down here at the bottom of my multimeter. That means I got continuity. So, if I go radiating element, shield, continuity. Radiating element, and center pin. I have continuity. Radiating element, counterpoise. Now, thanks to Mark, I don't think he's in the chat yet, but thanks to Mark, I tested this capacitor by shorting out the two legs. My radio went, "You have an antenna attached? Really?" Normally... So right now, if I were to hook up the coax, it would just show waterfall. No signals, no nothing. It would show some stuff on 40, but that was about it. So this thing, as far as we know, is trash. We'll see what happens, but for now, it goes over there. That's why. That's one reason why I'm building the Kronos. Let me move the multimeter out of the way. And this came in Friday. I have 2 magnet wires and an S-spinner now. And no, Chuck did not clip them together like that. I did that so I would not lose them. So we're going to keep that like that. So, hey, Bill in 4.5. So last time on this build, I had shown you guys that I got the... Let's just carefully... Just go straight upside down. There we go. Let's get the zip ties out there now. I had shown you guys that I put on the radiating element, the SO239, the counterpoise, and the eye hook to hang this. So we have that out of the way. The one thing I don't have, and I just realized that, are more zip ties. But I can get those down at the hardware store. That's not a problem. So, on the previous episode of Frank Builds Things, all right, there's 1 magnet wire. There's 2 magnet wire. Brian, I haven't even... Oh, wait. There we go. Brian, I haven't even bothered with that yet. As it is, Mark and I just tested the capacitor today, this afternoon. And I was already planning on doing this anyway. So, there you have it. All right. So, the instructions, yes, Frank, that's the right word. It says leave about 5.5 inches before I start winding. So, of course, each one of these squares is 1 inch. The thick lines, the thick yellow lines, like at this intersection here, this is 5 up and 10 over. So these 2 lines are 5 inches. So we want to leave 5.5 inches. I'm actually going to bring that down here to measure it. And then come back up so I can show you guys. We're going to leave 5... James, I have not. And Brian, they should be. We'll find out. So there's 5.5. I'm going to make a nice little bin there. We're going to... You know, Brian, that's a good point. Reach over there and turn the iron on. It heats up very quickly. It's already, let's see here, 455, 600 right there. Perfect. So, make sure I have these on the right side. Oh, you're fine, James. You're fine. Push those through. That's 1. Make sure I don't cross the magnet wire, Frank. Don't do that. See, there we go, crossing the magnet wire. There's 2. There's 3. I'll make sure I don't cross things. As you do each one, make sure you don't cross them. That way they're nice and organized. What do you, my dear Kay, what do you want? Oh, yeah, okay. 700? James, whoa, wait. Okay, explain why we want 700 while I'm winding this, please. I would love to know that, because I was told 350 should be fine, and then I was told 600 should be fine. So why 700? Justin, was that the Poseidon from Coffee and Ham Radios? Because that's a good antenna too. So let's bring this in if I can. I have a funny feeling that I should not be... Oh, very cool. I have a funny feeling I should not be leaving about 5.5 inches. I have a funny feeling I should be leaving... By the way, if you guys haven't yet, that is the Coffee and Ham Radios link where you can buy this antenna as well as all the others. Let's see what the Poseidon says. Because I have a feeling, since they're essentially the same antenna, just one's built for home and one's not. Yeah, about 2.5 inches. Let's see, right. Oh, there we go. One too big. Now it's one too small. Come on, where'd you go? There we go. 2.5 inches according to the Poseidon. So, because as you can see, I'm nowhere near 8 wraps, and I'm already running out of wire. So let's unwrap this real quick. Yeah, Frank goes unwrapping again. 73, Chris. Chris, you and I got to talk about that later. That reminds me. Yeah, we got to talk about something later. Let's go with the 2.5 inches. Yeah, let me just rip that out all the way. Let's see. Make that nice and straight there. 2.5 inches would be right there. 4.5, I have the same solder that I have always had. Radio Shack 4010 or 6040 0.62 diameter rosin core. Almost. Okay. So let's try this with 2.5 inches, not 5.5. And yes, I know my microphone stand is casting a shadow right here. I cannot adjust the light for that. I'm sorry. So let's go with the 2.5 inch wrap. That should give into the heat and solder quick out. Yeah, that's not going to... Let's see. Shadow puppets. You're funny, Badger. Brian, these are both 1 pound rolls. This is the lesser used roll. And the more used roll is not that far off of that. Okay. Now, I have to be extra careful here, since I've already been winding this, to not cross the magnet wire. All right, here's 2. We're all good there. Shadow puppets. You're funny, Badger. The only shadow puppet I have is... Let's see. Can I get in there right? No, I can't even get in there right for it. Mark! So, Mark, we were just talking about you. as I got started late here. Yes, a duck. Good job. Mark, we were talking about you and my capacitor that I've now thrown on the floor. Okay, try not to, my bad eyes, I got to bring it up out of view, out of your guys' view for a second. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we're halfway there, and things are looking a lot. Oh, there we go. Things are looking a lot better. Let's see here. No, it would be more like Zoom and Elmer tonight, Doc Brad. Yeah, Zoom and Elmer. I don't know, Mark. You ask them. What do people think about the capacitor idea? Shorten the leads out. And yeah, new cap's going to cost me more in shipping right now than the value of the whole antenna. Okay, am I not crossing? Yeah, it looks like I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. Okay. I'm good, boys and girls and theys and thems and everyone. Let me get rid of this annoying zip tie lead here. Get that out of the way. There we go. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're getting there. We're getting there. There's 5. Yeah. 6. It says 8 wines, right? 8, 8, 8. Yeah, it says 8 wines. Oh boy. What am I doing wrong then? Hollywood? What am I doing wrong? Because if it says 8 wines, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'm basically to the end of my wire here. Oh, that's a good question, Mark. Why do we call Hollywood Hollywood? That, I think the Car Boys started doing that because he's just like a rock star. Yeah, this is the same exact toroid as we tried doing last time with just the one wire. But now that we have the proper 2 wires, show the toroid. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Mark. Yeah, that's the same one for the Kronos build. Oh, well, I'm waiting for... Let's see. 4 or 5? Not 4 or 5. I was reading the comment. Hollywood, what am I doing wrong if the... it says 8 turns, but I can only get 6 out of this. Where am I going wrong? Oh, Brian, it was much earlier than that in the U.S., at least here on the West Coast. Hollywood, I swear. Oh, boy. Let's see. Do, 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 do. hold on, folks. Let's, I'm going to switch back over here for a second. Okay, Brian, you got a good point here, but let's just, you want to have 8 wraps evenly spaced. When done, tuck the ends of the zip ties into the center of the toroid. Oh, come on, go to the next one. Okay, fine. Then it talks about sandpaper, razor blade, Dremel, etc., etc. Twist and solder the 2 center ties. So the problem... Do I? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, hold please. Jeez. Okay, Hollywood. Let me get in there. So, zip tie. That's a zip tie. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So where am I missing? Because if I were to bend this over one more time, it would not fit through. So, I'm going to use a little pointer. Zip tie. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Unless I forgot how to count. Where am I going wrong here? Hold on, folks. I have to get a link here. Yes, John, I do. So, beginning the stream, I showed it. They have, they sent me 2 new wires to get things. So let me... 4, 5, I don't think it works that way. I really don't think it works that way. Okay, so 8 turns according to the instructions. So if I come back up to this page. Yeah, Hollywood, that's what I'm wondering, you know, because not only that, on the Kronos build here, they say leave 5.5 inches. Hi, T.O. Okay, so T.O.'s here. T.O., I'm a little confused here. For starters, in the instructions here, it says leave 5.5 inches before you begin winding. When I did that, I only got about 4 turns here. Now I'm up to 6 turns. No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I'm up to 6 turns, and it needs to be 8 turns. But as you can see, I'm down to about 1 inch of wire on either side here now. And this is the new wire that Chuck sent me. So there, you're caught up. Where am I going wrong? It is a 9-to-1, if I remember right, Mark. And Badger, closer like this. Oh, even then, that, I have these pretty tight already as it is. Let me... Four to one. Thank you, Tio. Okay, so, Tio, I'm just going to unwrap this real quick. Tell me in the chat how long this magnet wire is supposed to be. How much does CAR send out? What's in inches? Bill, that's the problem. I can't do it. I can't do 8 turns. There's not enough. So, Tio, to help you out here as well, from here to here is 5 inches. So, I have this as straightened back out as I can. And I have 17... No, I have 18 inches of wire. You know, Mark, that's what we did last time. So, let me pull out the wire that I had cut prior. Let me measure this real quick here. I think this wire that I cut, the standard wire, yeah, it's a little longer. So let me cut this down to the size of the magnet wire. Brian, that's what I'm thinking too, but, Tio is part of the team. He has the answers one way or the other. So if I do the 2.5 inches, okay, there's 2.5. Let me do that the right way. And this way, you guys can tell that it's, the zip tie is not a toroid. There's 1. There's 2. There's 3. I'll keep this as nice and tight as I can. There's 4. There's 5. And that's not even 6. No. Okay, so Tio, I'll back up even more. In the original kit that I got, I only got 1 wire. So I reached out to Ape. Him and Chuck did things, and I received 2 brand new pieces this last Friday. So I literally, if you go back to the beginning of the live stream, I unwound these on stream. So these are brand new. And these are 18-inch wires. Okay, so they are... Okay, so we'll do this. Remember, between... Here. This long black line to that long black line is 5 inches. So if I do both of them, there's 5, there's 10, there's 15, plus 3. 1, 2, 3, plus 3. So it's just a smidge over 18, actually. So yeah, this is 18 inches of wire. But, as you just saw there when you jumped in, I was only able to get 6 turns. Not the 8 that's needed. And let me come back over here real quick. So, in the Kronos build, because as you can see up here, it says Kronos build. It says leave about 5.5 inches before. Oh wait, hold on. Hold the phone. We have conflicting information here. So, okay. Time out, everyone. Time out. I'm going to even time out my bot because, yeah, that's... All right, time out. TO says 18. I just got a message from Chuck saying 28 inches. Well, let me see. We're oh. Chuck. Apparently the 18 inches are for the Poseidon, not the Kronos. So Chuck sent me the Poseidon magnet wire, not the Kronos magnet wire. Oh boy. Yeah, 4 or 5. And I sent him a link to watch the stream too, so he's probably sitting there watching it, laughing. If you are, hi Chuck. So, okay, so Tio, does that mean I actually leave 5.5 inches on the Kronos build? Oh yeah. Tio, you're right. I have the third one. Hold on. I have the third one. I could ham it up and solder the extra 10 inches that I need to the other one. Right? Yeah, so I could fix it up ham style by... Oh, come on. Come here. I could ham it up and solder this one to that one. Let's hear. Solder and shrink. Okay. Well, that's what we're going to do then. Yeah, I have... Hi, Dean. I have this one that was sent instead of... So, this wire... Yeah, so this one that I was sent originally was correct. These two add-ons were not. Because I was only sent this one. So I need 2 of these. Okay. So let me... This is going to be interesting. So I need to get the magnet wire off, solder 10 inches to each one of these. And, oh, hold on. Hi, Chuck. No, so I got 2 Poseidons and 1 Kronos. So yeah, I was trying to do the Kronos here. Okay, just use insulated wire of any kind. So, because I do my radials differently, I have a bunch of this B&Tech Go. Could I just use some B&Tech Go, Tio? For the magnet wire? I mean, it is insulated, right? Mark says yes. You used to be in tech. Okay. We're going with B&Tech Go. Okay. I have 3 yeses here. T.O., Chuck, and Mark all say yes. So, there we go. So now I get to measure out 28 inches. Yeah, you know, John, I already have a couple times. Absolutely. So this mat's only 23 inches, so I need 23 and 5 over. So there's 23. All right, Brian, see you later. So 28 for the Kronos. Got it. Okay. Of course, my flush cutters don't want to cut. There we go. There's one. James, no. Tonight's not a voice night, unfortunately. All right. So, doing it the way I did it before, these two big lines here are 5 inches apart. Oh, come on. Already getting the wire all wired up. All right. There's 5. There's 10. There's 15. There's 20. There's 25. And 3. So, 28. No worries at all, Chuck. No, we're cool. As long as I can get it worked out and built, that's all that matters, right? As long as it works. So, move that back down there. Get back in. Hello. There we go. Get back in focus here. This does mean I'm going to have to use another zip tie, though. I've gone through 2 of the 6 zip ties. Yeah. See, there we go, John. That's the way to look at it. I was given content by Chuck. So, might help if I had both wires, not one of the... Okay, so, Chuck, in the instructions for the Kronos, it says 5.5 inches. Well, about 5.5 inches before you begin winding. Is it 5.5 or the 2.5 that the Poseidon uses? Because I don't want to measure wrong. So is it 5.5 or 2.5? Because I was wondering that with the that's a good point there, Hollywood. Absolutely. And TL got it. Oh, come on. Apparently my Sharpie's not working. Mega Sharpie! That'll work. Every time. Look at that. So much better. Alright, so there's one end of that wire. And there's the other end of that wire. Mike, is that like Dr. Scove, Dr. T with red shirt? By the way, guys, I am running a poll here. I want to see, once I get this all done, do you guys want me to continue to stream and have a brief intermission while I set this up outside? Or do we want to have a new stream to try and make some contacts and see if this works? All right, so T.O. says go with 5.5. Let me bring that down here so I can measure properly. All right, there's 5.5. Well, that's where my first bin's gonna be. Come on, stay right there. Zip tie. Zip tie. Every time I say zip tie, I think of Borat. My wife. All right. So there's my 5. Nope, I lost a little there. All right. Little. There we go. And apparently one's longer than the other, so just there. Yeah, let me. All right. That's one. And even with this, I have to remember not to. Really, it does, TL. That's interesting. I have to remember, especially with this wire, to not cross them. All right. There's 2. That's 3. Yeah, man. Is that both ranks or just me? Because, you got to be. Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Magnet wire of BNTechco. All right. Let's not cross those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, look at all this extra wire I have. Oh, yeah, yeah. That that is that is a lot. That is very true. Uh Wait, no. Wrong comment. Yeah, you guys are going tonight. Yeah, Tio. It's called magnet wire because of the properties, not because it's magnetics. Not, yeah. All right. There I go crossing the wire, so let's not do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hey, look at this, guys. Isn't it amazing what happens when you have the right length of wire? And the fun part of this, so the fun part of this, I don't have to do any Dremel work. I have no Dremel work to do. So now we're going to go on to, we're going to skip the Dremel page because we don't have to do that, which is awesome. So let's get this facing the way they have it. That is the antenna connector. These 2 get joined together. So for now, I'm just going to twist them. And then this is the ground connector. So, yeah, Hollywood, exactly. That's my next step. Because I don't want any of this. Let me get that under there. Get that started. Pull that tight. Make sure we're not crossed over anywhere. Oh, wait, hold on. We are crossed over. Let me fix that. But that's simple. That's easy and simple because it's right at the beginning. So you see right there, I'm crossed over. That's in the, literally in the first wrap. So I just bump that out a little bit. Let's see. hold that tight. Where's that? Okay. More cutting of zip ties. Let's see. Trying to pay attention to chat, sort of, as well, now that we have things going. All right. There's the proper side. Let's get that tied back down. Okay. Chuck and Tio, thank you for coming in and helping work this out. Now, see, now I'm going to have to do this backwards. So let me zip tie this one. Come on. There we go. Zip tie that one. And then I'll come back and make sure we're all good here. Let's see. Good there. Good there. Good there. And then give it a little more space there. Not like it matters because of my soldering skills, but at least no one's going to see this after this live stream. I mean, it'll be in live stream history, but you never know what I could do in the future. All right. Nice and tight there, nice and tight there. All right. Let me flush cut the zip ties. Yes, Tio, Hambros, absolutely. Okay, and we have those two there, and those two there. All right. So, that goes to one. This one goes to the other, and then these two go connected. So let me pull off all. Oh man. Come on. Hombres. Hambres. All right. So get this all twisted up. And then I'm going to twist back on it. So I know I'm nice and tight there. I'm going to pull it down a little bit. Now, someone in the chat, I don't remember if it was John or someone else. No, it was Hollywood. Set the iron to 370. Wow, I've had this iron on long enough now, it's gone to sleep. Oh, boy. Okay. Let me cut the extra off. So tonight, I am using the iron, and actually, let me bring the temp down. Hollywood says 370. So we'll wait a minute or so. Oh, Chuck, you don't have to do that. You really don't. You know, hey, if this works, hey, awesome. But, you know, if you want to, go for it. Okay, Hollywood, yeah, you're right. Before I do the soldering, before I solder, and it gives a chance for the meter to come down, I'm more Superman. I'm more Superman, I'm sorry. Check continuity should be a short from the two outside wires. So let me just, I'll pull a little bit off of those two. And then, as I showed you guys earlier, when I touch these two, come on, there we go. When I touch these two together, you won't be able to hear the beep, unlike TO's magnificent meter, but you can see the icon. That shows that things are happening. So, one there, and one there. And we're good. Oh, Bill. Here. Beep. There. Is that good? That's good enough? It's still not, it's down to about 400 now. Yes, I am Superman and I know what is happening. Okay. Oh, Mark's dropping the solder knowledge tonight. So, usually I do this first, but let's pull this off. There we go. Look at my little, and it's awesome. Yeah, yes, I know. You're sounding like Tim. No, paint by numbers tonight. Absolutely. Now, I will say this because I know there's someone going to be in the chat or in the comments afterwards. I am in a well-ventilated area, and I also have a little mini fan pointed in this general direction to push things away. So, yes, exactly, Bill. Safety first. So, let me get this center point soldered up. I'm just waiting for Chuck to yell at me in messages or for T.O. to yell at me in the chat of how I do this. Oh, Hollywood, I may need the 6. T.O., I've seen your live streams enough. I know. Yeah, this doesn't want to melt right away now. Or near right away. Let's see. So, Hollywood, one thing Chuck taught me through a video is get a little solder on the iron first, dab it off, go back in, and then heat it, and then apply. Yes, it is 60-40. Yeah, that's not even... Let's see. Yeah, that's not even... I'm sorry. I'm going up to... Let's try 400. Let's bring this up. Yeah. Add 100 to display. Okay. So... 370 becomes 470. So now we wait for this to heat up. Yeah, Chuck, that's what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the iron under and let it... I'm going to put the iron under and suck it in. Absolutely. And, let's see. Where was... So, Mark, they're hidden by your comment, but I have these two little magic fingers right here. So while I'm waiting for that to come up, it's almost there. I'm just gonna clip on and set the toroid on its butt because Hollywood said so. I'm now at 470, so Mark, I have no flux. James, you said 625. Hollywood said 370 plus 100 based on display. So, there we go. Oh, T.O., yeah, you're going to love Mark. Oh, just barely starting at 470. So, put a little on the solder, on the pin. Let me move that out of the way. Come on, stay out of my way. Thank you. And then I put that under. I put that on top. I watch the temp drop and then come back up. Let's see. Yeah, you guys can see that. More heat, says Hollywood. Okay, more heat. Let's see. There's 540. I'm not even up. There we go. There we go. Now it's doing the job. So I need it over 500. So wipe that off. Let's see. Maybe here. Let me make me bigger here. We'll come back over here. Now, I just did this little bottom section right there. So, yeah, that's what I did. Okay. So, we have that done. Now we have to zip tie this with one zip tie to the board. So, John, this is... It's hard to bring it in upside down, but it's the WEP927IV. T.O., I don't know which one of you guys has link, but you or Chuck, whoever has link, if you want to drop it in chat, go for it. So, they have us mounting this way so that these two holes are on either side. No, 4-5. All that was sent to me was 2 more wrong links of T.O., it's whichever one you guys sent me. This is the one you guys sent me. So whoever has that. So that's interesting. We mount the toroid and... Okay, bring the instructions back in for a second. So, we do the winding. T.O., follow me here. We do the winding, right? The next page, mounting it. But if you look at the image, the O-rings are already online, already on the wires. It just totally skips that step in the instructions. Later, Mike. Have a great evening. Mark, only the wrenched people can. Although that does remind me something for later. Um, so yeah, Tio, something about somewhere between page 12 and 13. You might want to mention putting the O-rings on it. Just saying. Just saying. So while we're here, let's do that. There's one of them. There's two of them. Oh. Okay, stock photo. Got it. Okay. So, using the one zip tie that I have, because I think the zip ties I have are way too big for this. Slide it through there. Maybe. Nope. Slide it through there. Yes. James, wiring diagram for what part? Because we're still working on getting the toroid mounted. So there's one zip tie. Do I have... I don't think I do. I have my giant ones. So I have... Yeah, let's fix that. There we go. I have... Oh! Yeah. Great pro tip. I have these 8-inchers, and boy, are they beefy. So, a wiring diagram for the entire thing. Yes, that is... Here we go. Bring this back in. That's this. Antenna connector, red arrow. Center tap, white arrow. And ground connector, orange arrow. And I will drop this because I forgot to do so. But that's the build instructions. Unless it cut the link short, which it might have done. Let's see. Is this going to be a small enough zip tie? Yeah, no. These are not going to work. Okay. Okay. So, yeah, James, just order one. Just order one, bro. So, here is point. Let's not do that. Am I putting this in? No, this is going in the right way. Let me come back over the instructions. Yeah, that goes in after. Okay. There we go. Oh man, yeah. that is very tight. I know. You guys don't have to say anything. I already know. Let's see. Oh man. Come on. Watch Frank put a screw into a box that should be 1,000 times easier. Yes, they sent me the correct S-beaner, John. Mark, hold on. Let me see if I can do this. I should be able to do this. No. 1 second, Mark. Magnetize the screwdriver tip. Yeah, if only it were that easy, Hollywood. I don't have... Unlike T.O., I don't have a magnetized screw tip. Okay. All right, Mark. Okay. Let me use a... Oh, I know. Tweezers. Small, tiny, and to the point. And they should be able to hold the screw just right. And it's not necessarily holding the screw, it's getting it in the hole at the right angle. That's what I'm having an issue with. It has to be at the right angle, guys. We know this, right? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Someone give Mark the grid square right now. 100% support that. There you go, Mark. Yeah, almost. Maybe. Aha! Got it! Oh, there's one screw. And then let's move that over far enough so I can see where the other one goes. Keep that awake. So, while I'm doing this tedious screw work, what Mark is doing is a very interesting mapping setup for Mark, remind me, it's magnetic north and declination, correct? As I fumble with this screw. All right, there's part of it in. There's the other part. Yes! Haha! All right. Screws are placed. Now, I think I'm going to do the hardest part of this next, which is the SO239. So there you go. These are azimuthal maps based on your location. They have compass based on geographic north and magnetic north. And for those that don't know, Mark here is Mark of Boondock Echo. Echo. Oh, jeez, that is going to be tight. Oi. Okay. Little more trim. There we go. So what? Put it back to the 650 I had at? Did that come out right? Yeah. Put it back to the 650 I had it at. There we go. But I don't think I'm going to have to, let's see. All right, we're already back up to 650. Awesome. Oh, look at that. Instant heat. I love it. Yeah, John. Had it at. Had it at. All right. So, apply a little bit of solder. Go. Careful, Frank. Like surgery. Except I'm no Doc Brad. Actually, Doc Brad, do you even do surgery? I think you do. Put it under. And let it heat up a little bit. Oh, yeah, I gotta be careful not to touch the box either. Jeez. Those are tight. And instant heat. Awesome. I'm just gonna... Bloop. That actually should be just right. Because, remember, I already had some solder on there already. So, let me... We're going to come back over here. And... Oh, come on. Let me grab a better light. Hold! Okay. And Mark, if you have a hard time finding him, just let me know and I'll link you guys up like I did with you and Tim. All right. Nice bright light. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Let's not... No, wrong way. There we go. Look at that solder. Oh, this is so bright it's killing my green screen. Let's see. That's bright. Okay. Let's pull that back. Look at that solder job. Look at it. Much better. Yeah? Okay. Let me get rid of that light. Put a 1 in the chat if you like that solder job. There you go, Bill. All right, let's get back to the... Oh, dang. You didn't like it? Oh, well. At least I'm not building this for you. Okay. So, now we go to the O-rings. And let's see. Well, actually, that wire's not too bad. I think I'm going to leave it a little long. Oh, Dane, I wasn't trying to ham shame you. You know, at least you're not John. 0? Really, John? Really? I thought I did better than 0. All right. Now, this is where my soldering skills really will shine. I know. Don't all groan at once. Don't worry, I'm not quitting my day job to become a comedian. I wouldn't cut it. Let me grab... No, those are... Yep. Ah. How's this for a toolbox? They're going to be overkill, but they'll work. Yeah, Badger, so would I. All right. Overkill, but they'll work. Let's get this back on here. Oh, man. Get that right there. And smush. Now comes the fun part. Because I don't care. No, Hollywood, you want Jaws of Life for clippers. Those are Jaws of Life. Ah, Billy, you caught me. Yeah. Yeah. What are the small O-rings for? Because they're not for this. That much is for sure. I just realized I'm going to have to undo part of this. Oh, it's okay. And Justin, you would be amazed at the functionality Boondock Echo. That's what I get for putting the headphones on wrong. You'll be amazed at the functionality of Boondock Echo. So what are the small... Okay. I'm glad I didn't trim this. T.O.? Yes, you did, Mark. T.O., what are small O-rings for? Or have I just not gotten to those in the manual yet? Because it shows small one on the counterpoise side and a big one on the radiator side, radiating element side. But that wouldn't fit on the screws. So in this kit, and maybe Chuck messed up, I don't know, there's 2 small O-rings, and then there's the 5 big ones. And if I remember right in the instruction manual, yeah, it does have small ring terminal on the ground. Thank you, Chuck. Yes, O-rings, ring terminals. Yeah, those things. I for some reason I was taught they were O-rings, and I never. Funny, John. Funny. Small. Oh, yeah. Oh boy. Okay, this is gonna be interesting. I forgot. I'm gonna have to extend this wire. I forgot one part goes to here and then out to here. Oh boy. Yeah, and I'm nice and tight on that. I'm not getting any extra room out of there. Okay. Yeah, Bill. Don't want to blow an O-ring, absolutely. No, technically, I just blew that one. I crimped it. Oh boy, this is gonna be fun. This is gonna be yeah, this is gonna be quite interesting. So what I'm gonna have to do here, using the right screwdriver. I'm going to have to take this screw out just a little bit. Yeah, you did, Chuck, and I think I got ahead of myself there, quite honestly. I think that's what happened. Frank got ahead of himself. Big surprise. You know, Bill, at that point, I'll have used up all but 2 of the zip ties. And I got 6. Okay. So, I'm just going to redneck engineer this. This is going to be quite the interesting Kronos, guys. All right. Before I continue. Disclaimer. This is not a proper full Kronos build. I am modifying things as I go along because someone didn't fully pay attention to destructions. And yeah. So this is not an official full Kronos build. It is a Frank Kronos build. I didn't say the S word. I said the F word, Frank. Or is that what we're drinking on now? Okay. So what I'm going to have to do, let me see. I have to pull a little more of that off. Okay. Did I say Kronos? No, I said Kronos. Okay. Now I should have things right for the ring terminal. Oh, yeah. Okay, there we go. That works, Sean. All right, Tio, thanks for the help. And you'll just have to watch the rest of it after the hour and 20 mark to see what happens. Have a great evening. So let's pull this red plastic stuff off because that's just, why bother? All right. There we go, and I'm going to get it right there towards the end. And I apologize if y'all can't see that too well. I really am trying here. I was told I need to zoom the project cam in more in order for things to be seen better. But now it's like too close or something. All right, stick the wire in. Crimp shot. No. You turned on me, you stupid. Oh, that's going to be even more interesting. All right. Oh, and the wire slipped out. Hold on. I have to bring this up to Frank eyes. There we go. Okay. Now, we do what Bill saw me starting to do. What do you mean the 2? Oh, you have a jumper wire. Okay, let me jump back over here. So you have a jumper wire of magnet wire between the SO239 ground and the radial. Is that what's going on there, Chuck? You have a jumper wire? Let's see. Oh. Okay. Huh. Now, if I'd known that about 2 minutes ago, 3 minutes ago, yeah, okay. Well, we're doing this the Frank way, apparently. No, I don't want you to lose the connection there. Come on. I mean, we're already doing it the Frank way with being Techo wire instead of magnet wire, but hey, if it works, it works. Okay, this got all messed up again. So, you want to know something? Since Chuck said that, we're just gonna doink. Come on. There we go. Thankfully, I have more almost gone wire that I can use if needs be. Aha. So, because we don't have a ring terminal anymore, I'm just going to wrap that, and I'm going to use my small screwdriver here with tweezers. I'm going to make this into a nice little Bill, I might be. We'll see. Now, there's that. So if I can get that back, hold on. Let's just get the wire out of the way for a second. All right, later, John. Yeah, this has gone a bit longer than I was hoping for, even. All right. Hold that all in place and tighten things up from this end, maybe. Maybe? Okay, hold on. Let me look at... Oh, okay. I can actually... Where is that spare one? We're gonna... Mark, you keep doing that. I'm gonna want to cut. No, I'm joking. I wouldn't do that to you, Mark. Okay. Quite the interesting way of doing things, Frank, but, you know, it is the Frank way, apparently. The connections! What else? Yeah, I know. I'm just playing with you. Okay, let me see. Let me put that right there so I know how much is actually there as I do this. All right. Let go of the grip. Thank you. Yeah, Badger, just a little bit. You got to keep the commentary going. All right. Solder. Let's see. We'll pull from this far away. We'll pull. We'll. Let's not burn myself. Expand that out a little bit. There we go. Hopefully you guys can see this. I can't tell. I'm not about to look up right now. Oh, there is. Okay. There we go. Alright. Let that cool for a minute. Make my little jumper wire to go from there to the 1/4 inch. Let's see. Yes, I know I'm doing this off screen. I'm sorry, but sometimes you gotta do stuff off screen. I'll show you what I did when I get done. Don't worry. It involves crimping. Oh, Mark, no. No, you're fine. Go. All right. So what I did is I put the big O-ring terminal on a little jumper cable. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to disconnect that and put that right there and solder this up. Lots of soldering, jeez. All right, let's tap that, clean it, tap it again, heat up the back side, and enough heat there? Yeah, there's enough heat there. Fantastic. Woo! Clean the tip. Just the tip. And just like that, let's see. The wire's hot, but not too hot to touch like this. Just like that. Nice and soldered up. All right, so let's get back over here to the box. We put the screw there. The ring is actually still a little warm, so this is going to be interesting. Put that back in there. Put that there. Stick that back on there. Oh, Justin. Okay, I think I know who you are now. You dropped some photos in Prep Ham Paul's Discord, right? Of that, yeah. And Hollywood, thank you. I'm getting there. I'm slowly learning. I'm getting there. All right. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this on back, sort of backwards. Where's that other one? There we go. Get the nut put back on. Use these to hold that tight and just make sure we're all nice and tight there. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to take part of this wire, strip it. Yes, I stripped my wires. Wrap it up nice and tight. See, nice and tight. So it's a nice little... Yeah, okay, I thought I recognized. Okay. I'm like, that sounds familiar. You know, your name sounded familiar to begin with, but now when you said that, I went, oh, 1 and 1 equals 2, Frank. So, let's get this wrapped so I can go up and over like that on there. So what I did is I took this jumper wire here. I took this jumper wire and went under the ground lug wire. I'm going to do that a couple times. Probably use my tweezers. Where'd they go? There they are. Use my tweezers to assist with the second wrap. Maybe. Oh, almost. Almost. Oh, Justin, just don't take this as an official build video because it's not. This is, yeah. Okay. Now I need my needle nose in there. Pull that nice and tight right there. See if I can get one more. Oh, yes, I can. Good. Oh, where'd it go? There it is. Come on. Come on up. There we go. Almost there. All right. Now I'm going to take my little helping hands, pinch off the end there. And time for more soldering. Yes, this is for the counterpoise, correct. Get the tip cleaned. Get a little on it. Go under. And this should be almost instant. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. There we go. Bill. Okay, Bill. Solder. There. 10 shots. Bill's gonna pass out. I'm sorry, Bill. No, don't. All right, now I cut the excess off because I am for sure done there. All right. Now we're going back to this bad boy. I want to test continuity, make sure I haven't screwed nothing up yet. So, center pin to center pin. Now we're good there. Ground log to ground log. We're good there. And oh, Bill. Oh, I am so sorry. You can't catch up then. Justin, no, we're just gonna hook it up to the antenna and roll with it because that's how this is the antenna. This is the antenna that I'm building. So if I go shield to center, I'm isolated. Shield to ground, center to center. All right. Hollywood, that is right. Oh, yeah. Huh. Well, I have yet to do the radiating wire. I have one more wire to go. So yeah, the center pin. Okay, I'm testing just the SO239. Center pin to shield is not doing anything. So I have a short somewhere. I have a short somewhere with the, let me get this off of here. I have, all right, center pin to center pin. We're good there. Center pin to shield. Nothing. Center pin to ground lug. Nothing. Oh boy. Okay, so Travis, if you look down here in this little corner right here, when I touch center to center, you see that icon that pops up? That means that I'm good. Okay, let me just... This is the other outside wire. Did I just wire this backwards, Hollywood? Because I'm touching what should be the radiating, and and shield is live, and center pin is not. Hollywood, did I just do something backwards? Maybe. Chuck, are you still here? I know it's not that late for you. You're in the same time zone I am. You still here, Chuck? Well, while we wait for Chuck to respond, let's go ground to radiator. Okay, ground to radiator, I have... Oh, Chuck is still here. Chuck, I might have done something wrong here. Okay, radiating element is the hand next to the soldering iron. Ground lug is shorting. Ground lug is shorting. Center pin is not. So center pin and radial wire is not shorting. So if I go radial to center pin, not shorting, but radial to ground lug or to shield is shorting. I'm still good with this, Chuck? I'm still good. Yeah. I should only be a couple seconds behind. Short, no short. Short, no short. You think? Oh, this is going to be fun. The dual wire goes to ground. No. Okay, so this dual wire and the two center wires go to the center lug of the SO239. Yeah, I have that. And then I have the one outside wire going to the ground side. And I have what I thought was the radiating wire, because it's the outside one in the wrap. Oh boy. Okay, I'm good. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to keep this one long just because I'm self-doubting, guys. Chuck says I'm good, but I'm self-doubting. So let's just finish this up. Look at the ends. Center connection goes to both black and orange. That's the problem, Hollywood, is I've cut off the wire that was indicating black and black. I'm gone with that. But if I remember right, I should have been good. Well, we're just going to send it. Let's crimp that. Bring that up here to do the solder job. Let's see. Tin the tip, clean the tip. Tin the tip. Let's go under and pull through. There we go. Look at that. Oh, look at that beauty. Oh, you guys can't even see that. Whoops. There we go. Look at that. That is beautiful. Chuck. Chucky. Yes, hard to mess this one up. I am a Frank. We are known to mess things up. So, with that being said, I have now soldered together crimped and soldered the radiating element wire. I'm going to carefully dangle poke that back into place. Let me just move that up the screw a little bit. All right. Yes, I know I have a little bit extra wire there, Chuck. I'm doing that on purpose. It isn't open, is it? Yeah, no. So let me just... We'll do this one more time. Let me just get this all tightened up here. Okay. Chuck, you're paying attention, right? Yeah? I should only be about 8 seconds delayed here on my live stream. All right. Radiating element. Ground lug. Where can I put this? Actually, move soldering iron out of the way, Frank. That'll work. Okay. Radiating. Ground lug. Short. Radiating. Center pin. Nothing. Radiating. Ground lug. Short. I don't think these two... No, these two should be electrically connected, right? But shouldn't they also be connected to the center pin? Because I'm getting nothing at all off the center. Yeah, that's what I thought, Hollywood. It should be shown a short. Oh boy, okay. Try touch center wires near the toroid. Yeah, I'm as close as I can get without stripping more wire away. And at that point, I just have to go and redo the whole thing. Bill, you know, I just did it, but that's a good question. Let me just... Come on. There we go. Okay. Oh, Bill, you might have had it. You might have had it. So, radiating to ground. We're good there. Radiating to... Oh, I had it, didn't I? No, radiating the center element. Not good. But center element, the center element's good. Chuck, I got a wire. Did I get a wire backwards? I must have gotten a wire backwards. Okay, let's hear. Center pin to... I must have gotten a wire backwards. Okay, Hollywood or Chuck, please confirm. Did I get a wire backwards here? Because radiator to ground lug, or to counterpoise lug gets shorted. Ground lug shorted. Shield shorted. Center pin not. Redo the center two wires. Chuck, that means I have to redo the whole thing. Because I have probably not enough wire on the center to do that. Jody, yeah. Unless... No, I have that wrapped up pretty well. Oh. I'm taking a risk here. Ah, damn it. Darn it, darn it, darn it. Okay. Hollywood, I think you might be right, actually. Okay. Center pin to radiate. Yeah. Hollywood, I think you're 100% right at this point. Because we tested. We have tested every single combination. Jody, yeah. Okay. So, where is... There it is. Oh. Okay, Chuck. That's okay. Probably doing... Yeah, we're gonna try. We're sure as heck gonna try. Come on. Come on. All right. Talk about solderites. Mark, I got wires crossed. And not in a good way. Yeah, Chuck, yeah. I don't know at this point. Oh, boy. Okay. Let's see. Is this cool enough? Yeah. I know I'm going to have to go down to Ace and pick up new zip ties because this is going to be it for the zip ties. Okay. How am I going to do this? Chuck, can we? Can we? Is there a way to make it Frank proof? Okay. That's just radiating. Yeah, I had to cross something here. Oh, man, after all this soldering. Oh boy. So I checked outside to outside, but didn't check from outside to center. Are you talking about right now, Justin? Because I'll check outside. That's the radiating. That's... Oh, I may not have a good connection. No? Outside to outside. That outside the center is not doing anything. That outside the center is not doing anything. Okay. Let's see. So, Travis, I don't know if I need a tip with thermal mass. I just need something small and quick that will get the job done. Mark, I trust it. I honestly think Hollywood is right, and I did not get the. I got the wires messed up somehow. So, I am going to have to go to the store, the hardware store, probably tomorrow, and get a few replacement parts here, like a new O-ring, a new small ring terminal. Okay. Aha! Found it. Hollywood, you're no, I don't even have to check. I don't even have to check continuity, Hollywood. Don't even have to check it. Can anyone tell me what's wrong right here? I don't have center to center because they got twisted. So that's why I wasn't seeing any continuity. Okay, so outside, make sure I do this right. And I'm doing this right because I left a little bit of wire left on this one. That is the inside wire. I'll just move it way over there. That is the inside wire. Yep. This is the center wire. This is the center wire. Yeah, Chuck. Okay, Chuck. Chuck, I was trying to follow that as well as I could. Yeah, I know. Don't cross the wires. And I go back and rewatch like the first 30 minutes. That's exactly what I kept saying. Don't cross the wires. And I checked it every single time. Every single time. Put a 1 in the chat if you've been here for the last two hours. Good Lord. Put a 1 in the chat if if you've been here for the last 2 hours and I said check to make sure you don't cross the wires. Yeah, I know, Chuck. I said it, and I said it, and it still happened. I know. Okay. Nothing is crossed. So, before I go soldering all over again, geez, my desk is a mess. Okay. This should be the radiating element. This is the ground. This is the 2 in the center. We have, as you can see on the meter, that little icon, beep, beep. We have continuity across everything. Thank you, Mark. I'll see you later. I'll let you know. Thanks, Travis. And gee, Hollywood, I didn't even have to look at my chat, and I already knew Hollywood was like, check it in case. So, let me. That works there better. That'll be okay there. Yeah. I forgot I need to have it in view for you guys. Okay. That works good for the center pin. Let's see. Where's my spool of extra? I'm glad these wires are not measurement dependent. Is that the best way to put it? With all this adding and deleting, and uh, Bill, you're right. Learning has occurred, and you said it earlier. You said it earlier. Bill, I was playing fast and loose with the cutting of the wires. Yeah, and unfortunately now I'm having to regret that. But now that I have everything all worked out, I'm going to extend this ground lug wire just a little bit. Chuck, yes, I know. As John said earlier, you're probably sitting there watching, laughing at me. Absolutely. And I appreciate it. Thank you. I learning experience. All right. Little bit on the soldering iron. Go under and heat up. Come on, heat up through. There we go. Ah, look at, there we go. Oh, the Warriors are playing? Okay. All right. Now, before I continue, while I let that cool a little bit, because yes, that was a little hot to touch. Radiating. Oh. There we go. Radiating. Center. Beep. We're good there. Beep. We're good there. Beep. We're good there. Okay. I think we're getting there. Okay. Is this gonna be, let me bring that around like that. James, I messed up a couple times along the way. So yeah, we're getting things put back together now, which is the important part. Oh wait, hold on. Instead of doing it there, let me do that. Let me get this back in here. Get the center connector. Back in the center hole. Okay. Yeah, I can do it that way. Okay. James, I'm still working on the orange wire. So what happened is I crossed one of the center wires. So once I had everything all done about 10 minutes ago, and everything just wasn't working. So tore it apart, and apparently I crossed one of the wires. But I have that fixed now. Bill, the next one, the next one, I don't know if Car will send me another one. I mean, yes, I paid for it, but I don't know if they will send me another one at this point. I might have to get a get Ape and Chuck some sandwiches or something, or go over to Chuck's house and bring him some beer or something. All right, let's get this ground screw back on. I have to pull it up into Frank view, unfortunately. Now I can put it back in overhead view. Chuck, 3 of them. 3. You would think building 3 successfully, this would be a piece of cake. Mike, what's up? Yeah, been soldering twice now, so we'll see what happens. Justin, I only have 100 watts. I don't even have I don't even have good power. I just have 100 watts, and that's part of the reason why I'm building this. Is I'm not going to name it, but this thing ain't working. And that was an infed. All right, solder job 2.0. Let's see if I can do this. Let's see. Well, we're all in view here. Yeah, that's good there. Let's see. 10 to lead. There we go. Wait for the heat to apply. Come on. There. Yep. Almost. It's getting there. It's trying. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Let me get this put back together. Bill, I'm just gonna pretend I didn't see that. I'm just gonna pretend that that comment doesn't exist. Yeah, I'm a lefty. Yeah, I know. I'm a lefty. That's okay. Us lefties rule the world anyway, so. That's why cars in civilized countries are left-hand drive. Can you imagine me driving on the right-hand side? So, with the ground lug stuff, I'm just doing the same thing I did before and just trying to wrap this tight as I can. And then I'm going to get in here. See? Even Hollywood's left-handed. Yeah, Justin, I'm not the hand model that held it down here. No. No. All right. I'm just going to go in raw here. Okay. And wind up in the ER? No, thank you. All right, moment of truth. Did Frank get it right the second time? So, remember, when it shows that, I'm good. So, center pin? Center pin. Oh, come on. Oh, it's trying. There we go. I had to find the right connection point. So that means I might need to solder that a little more. But it's going. And then over here. Yeah. And over here. Yeah. Okay. Now let's just shield. Yep. Shield. Yep. Shield. Yep. Okay, Hollywood, because it's sort of hit and miss there. So, yeah, I think I'm going to add a little more solder there, just to be safe. Watch as I do this, people yell, no! Yeah. Just a teeny bit. There we go. Okay. Center pin. Yep. Okay. So, let's just, yeah, John had it right. This is definitely the Kronos Frank built. uh, yeah, that's, okay, we go here, and y'all say, same stream for this. Yeah, exactly. Put on the cover and it looks just like Chuck's. That's actually last step. Just put the cover on. But this toroid's going to be a little loose in here. That's okay. Hopefully. Yeah, the Kraken Franken Kronos. So it's 28 gauge or 28 inch magnet wire. That is what you need for this setup. But Chucky here thought I was building the Poseidon and sent me the 18-inch wire, which is okay. We made it work with the Bienteco wire. So, I have that on there. Oh, where did I put... I almost forgot. I had a little lead here. Because I wanted to get... Yeah, I can still use that. Oh, Colin, yeah, you missed all the fun. Including me ripping it apart and doing it the second time. Absolutely. Stuff the box with bubble wrap. I don't know if I have bubble wrap. No, I don't have any bubble wrap because I would have already had that here in the shack studio if I did. So, because I have to get creative here, we're almost there. Yeah, Hollywood, tomorrow I'm going down to Ace Hardware and getting some small zip ties. You know, overnight it should be okay. All right. So I have that crimped. Let's, there we go. That's in view? Yeah. So this is my radial connection that I'm doing here. just going to do that. Yeah, Justin, closest harbor freight for me is... Jeez. What? Chuck, there's one over by you, right? I don't even know. It's not in my county. I'll leave it at that. So let me get... So that's the counterpoise wire. Because what I do with my counterpoise... And this is the fun part. I power. Yeah, power. I power pull them. And I actually have specific colors for my different counterpoise. And the one I'm going to be using is gray. I get in my other box of miscellaneous connectors. I'll pull out a good gray one. Okay, where did I... Need my crimpers. My big crimpers. Yeah, Chuck, it's just easier to walk down the street to Ace Hardware and pick up a thing of zip ties. Okay. So, just like I did with the other side, except this is with Anderson's. Get the wire nice and tight and wound up there. Stick it in the connector. And ratchet down. Ratchet down a second. Come on. Get in there. Oh, there we go. Ratchet down a second time. Clip it here. And solder. Come on. Come. Okay, I guess I need a little bit there. There we go. Beautiful. That is good to know. That is good to know, Hollywood. Thank you. So, for those that use Anderson power poles, if you don't have one of these, you're missing out. This, I'll show you how easy it is. Oh, yeah, that's still a little hot. Just long enough for me to touch it. Your wire goes right in there. Let me use the tweezers to get this lined up right. So your wire goes right in the groove there, and you just push it into click. Really, Jody? I swear by them. I swear by them. They're absolutely awesome. All right, now I did this backwards. I should know better, but I did this backwards. I put the lid on before making sure I got the radiating element, and I should know which one is which, but just so I don't screw it up, because I don't want to be transmitting out the ground lug. Yeah, okay. That's what I thought. So, put that on there. Oh, come on. There's my counterpoise wire. And I have a fresh, unused, because you can still see the plastic wrap on it, spool of B&Techco. And this is going to become the element wire, radiating wire, whatever you decide you want to call it. I know it goes by all sorts of names. Okay, so yes, why is it loose? That's a good question, Chuck. Maybe because I put the nut on backwards? Or I wasn't it? No, I put it on the right way. I just didn't get around to tightening it, that's all. There. Is that better? Is that better? Doesn't we go around so much anymore? All right, where'd that last one go? There we go. All right, then surprisingly, I'm still following the instructions somehow. That is interesting, Chuck. The finished photo has the heat shrink over it already. So, do you just... I know I'm doing this with the insulation on. Do you just put it through like this, tighten it, and be done? Because it looks like you guys have a loop to it. Okay, let me read this. Attach the element to the housing using the ground bolt and wing nut. Let's see. The element should be cut to 25 feet and 2.5 inches. Secure the end with a knot and fold about 2 inches on end of the end over, making a loop. Then secure the piece with a bit of heat shrink. I cannot talk anymore. Okay. Fold about 2 inches. Got it. Making a loop. Secure it with the heat shrink. Okay, that's for the S-beaner. Oh, man. Okay. I'm just going to do this the Frank way, I guess. No. Don't do it the Frank way, Frank. Sorry. I'm reading the instructions. Okay, let's see here. I have that done, yeah. Okay. 2 inches. Fold it over. Secure with a bit of the heat shrink. Okay. Heat shrink, check. Heat shrink maker, check. All right, heat shrink done. Leave that out for now. Oh, thank you, Jody. That is fantastic. Thank you. All right, now I'm supposed to make... Oh yeah, that definitely heat shrunk. Okay. Supposed to make a knot at the bottom of that somehow? I don't know how you're supposed to, with such short wire, make a knot. No, I'll attempt a knot. There, that's as naughty as I get. Oh, great. So I need Sorry, folks. I'm trying to read the instructions here. Jeez, 2.5 hours. Okay. Let me just... So, this is going to be interesting. I need to measure out 25 feet. Actually, no, I can do that. Because I have a Poseidon that's measured the same. So I can just measure that based off of this. I just have to unwind all of it. Travis, I don't know what you mean by multi-core. Maybe Jody or Hollywood might know. Almost done unwrapping. There we go. Drop that down. Get back to the other side of the wire. Let's see. Measure 25 feet. And 2.5 inches. See, the nice thing about my the nice thing about my counterpoise system is it is universal to any of the antennas I use because it's all Anderson. One end has lug soldered, far end is loop. Yeah. Yeah, figure 1 goes to tree end. So I'm working on figure 2 now. Okay. Let's see. Oh. Up, back, and right there. Because I have exact measurements from prior times of doing this. And before I cut, let me just double check that. Yeah, alligator clips are universal, but I have found that they tend to fall off at the worst times versus power poles. Yep, okay. So, just so I don't confuse these two, wrap the Poseidon back up. By the way, Hollywood, I'm about 8 inches from the microphone. Does this sound okay? And yes, I just measured that. Versus when I'm up on it like this. Okay, there's Poseidon all wrapped back up. Put that over there. Now I have to find the other end of this mess. Okay, James, I get it. Yeah, okay. So, now to do... Yeah, I literally took the wire... I literally took this wire, measured it out on my cutting board here. I literally went, oh, yeah, okay, and then went, boop, good to go. Okay. So, get this radiating wire done, and then I can go put it up, and we'll see if it works. I think Mark's back. Mark, you're back, right? We'll see if the last 2.5 hours of this have been worth it. Yeah, yeah. uh, Mark, were you here when yeah, you were here when I screwed up. So I resoldered everything. It got it all working, and now I'm doing my very last crimp. The trim tool. What? Mark, I'm sorry, I'm ignorant. What's trim tool? Don't laugh at me. Don't laugh at me. Oh, okay. Trim tool. Oh, okay. Yeah, I already done all the trimming. No more trimming, unless this gets caught up on my chair again and on my rolling desk chair. Let me just bring it all up off the. Okay. Let's see. There's that there. Let's get this soldered up. What's funny? Uh, Mark, I'm past the time to do that. I have to keep it under 2 hours. Okay. What's funny is the stream was late because dinner was being prepped. I have yet to eat dinner. Okay. Let's see. There we go. Now I can see it better. Dinner's just pizza, though, so I'm not too worried. It'll just be cold pizza. That's all. Aha. There we go. Oh, there we go. All right, Jody. We'll see you later. Funny how that one works. Okay. So now that I know which side is which, I can just boink. One side, one side. Yes, I'm the smart person. You do opposite sides, get it till it's flush, and then do the hard tighten if you need. Now this is 22 gauge wire, Colin. So yeah, it's a little small, but it does the trick. Okay. Stick that. Stick. Oh, hold on. Look at that solder job. Oh, the chat's going nuts on torque to spec. Yeah. Yeah, exactly, Hollywood. All right. Hopefully there's some sunlight out. All right. Now, I get to take all of this with the um, counterpoise that I already have downstairs and go run this up the DX commander mast. I'll be right back. Let's see if we can make some contacts after. Okay. It is hooked up. Full moon in Oklahoma. Okay. Yeah, apparently it's a little dark out. Okay, Mark, I'll see you later. I know I'm a few minutes late on that, but see you later. Okay. Oh, what the hell? What the hell? I think it just fell over. Oh boy. Let's go to 40. Yeah, let's just let's see. Is this gonna work right? Let's see. Why am I so? Come on. Oh, it's because it's trying to pick that up. Yeah, I think it fell over. Hold on, guys. No, it just came back. Barely. Let me. I'm gonna add a little gain to that there. Um. We be tuning. Okay. Let's see here. Hold on, James. I gotta chuck gotta chuck a couple things first. Oh yeah. Let's turn that down. I apologize if that came through at all. Alright, let's go. Hollywood, it's an internal tuner. It's internal to the radio. There's no way to bypass it. The only way I can do that is turn off the tune mode. Let's bump that down to 5. We'll come way up here. Let's go there for now. Yes, I did it. Oh, let me go into SWR mode. There we go. Yeah. Go, no tuner in the radio turned on. I am 3 to 1. But if I turn that on, oh, it bounces around a little bit. Let me just, okay, there we go. That's holding pretty tight at a 1 to 1. Unless I, really peak. No, okay. And I'm at 5 watts. I'm not getting out to kph. Let me, because I can do this. Open this. So this is going to be interesting. Come on. Yeah, one would hope so. Okay. Let me just make sure the volume's down there. Start that. LSB. Come down to 40 meters. Zoom that way in. Let's actually come back over here. Pop that up. Pop that up. Bring that down. Bill, we're getting there. That's gonna be the next question. Travis, that is true, but if I do this, oh come on, yeah, that's on. There's CW right there. And that was definitely 1 to 1 there. I don't know why my key is so delayed. I'm gonna have to work on that next. But okay. So Kilo Golf 6 November Lima Whiskey Audio. Oh man, Hollywood, look at that. Look at that. All right, now that we're zoomed in just far enough. Kilo Golf 6 November Lima Whiskey. And that's only at 5 watts. If I crank that to 100, and I know there's nobody, so over on this screen, I know there's nobody in the ballpark where I am. Kilo Golf 6 November Lima Whiskey Audio. Let me come back over here. Oh man, that is not too great, is it, Hollywood? So with that being said, let me close the let me I'll just stop the in-house SDR here. Let's look at KPH, which is the closest SDR to my location. As you can see, a comparison of signals here. There's a There we go. That's better. There's quite a few signals going on 40, but absolutely nothing on my waterfall. Absolutely nothing. Let's switch over here. We should hear. So there's 14 megahertz FT8. Let's switch it over to. James, hold on. I don't think we're going to be getting out anywhere tonight, quite honestly. So we're getting FT8 out. That's for sure. Or in. We're getting FT8 in. But if I go back over here to, and you can see where it switches over there. I'm not seeing anything really. Let's see. Good on 20. Okay, well, let's go back over to 20 then. We'll go 20, and because I know Utah picks me up better on 20. At 20, I'm not. It's as if the antenna's not there almost. Okay, I don't see anything on the SDR here on 20. So let's go for it. Kilo Golf 6 November Lima Whiskey is the frequency in use. Oh, high SWR. Let's tune that up. Oh. It doesn't want to tune 20, so I think the antenna might have fallen over. Let me go check that real quick. You know, it's interesting. Ooh, let me. There we go. It's interesting when you actually have stuff up in the air. So, yeah, 20 is. But see, now it's tuning. Now it's tuned 20, no problem. Let's go back to 40. And we'll go back over to KPH. Oh, hey, look at that. I don't even have to load the SDR. And we're already seeing signals on 40. Let me, however, clean up that. Yeah, we're good there. We're good there. Okay, let me clean up the waterfall a little bit. Get it so only the good signals are there. Oh, yeah, let me move this. I'll still be on voice, but video will be gone for a sec. Yep, moving the camera. Getting it set back up in the normal position. Yeah, that should be good. Okay. And we'll come back over here. So I had the camera way over there so that you could see me easier while I was on the overhead. So let's see. Maybe I'll actually be able to do a little bit here. Let's bring HF up.
Via the ham radio, but it goes on to the internet through these stations that pick it up. You can't think of it.
Yeah, that's a good idea there, Travis. Absolutely. Let's we'll come back up here where I know there's like nobody. Because for some reason, no one likes to come this far up in the band. Justin, don't worry, you'll get there. Just study. Let me turn off the soldering iron before anything happens. You'll get there, Justin. Don't worry. On 7260, I said 7270. That's interesting. Okay, so let's try this. No tuner, SWR, 2.5, 2.5 to 1. And James is absolutely right, Justin. You can listen. You can use one of the SDRs. If you have your own HF radio already, for 10, you can listen to the other bands there. All right. Let's see. Let me... All right, let's see if we can do this. Is the frequency in use Kilo Golf 6 November Lima Whiskey? Now we know SWR is good. Let's look at the amp output. Is the frequency in use Kilo Golf 6 November Lima Whiskey? Oh, I'm just barely seeing myself here on the web SDR. I'm going to squeeze that up a little bit. Let's bring this down here. Last call is the frequency in use, Kilo Golf 6, November Lima Whiskey. Sometimes it's like that, Travis. Do you want me to go down there and see if I can make contact with them, Hollywood? Okay, Justin. FT8 on 10 meters. Absolutely. The rest of the bands, yeah. I get it, but yeah. Oh, you could hear me? Oh, boy. Now the question is, can I hear you?
Audio.
Oh, I can.
Frank, you out there?
Roger, Roger. Yeah, I can hear you.
Your S9 there is on peak.
Oh, yeah, that's a good thing. You're like 5.7, 5.8 here. Well, you can hear the audio.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're averaging about 5.7.
Well, that's not bad for coast to coast.
Coast to coast.
Wait. Okay, hold on. I'm not thinking the right person, am I?
I think the solder got to your brain, man.
Yeah, it must have. That KI50EB.
Me, KK6USY.
Yeah, okay. Hi, Chuck. Yeah, the solder must have gotten to my brain or something. Hey, it works. I mean, you're ground wave from me, but yeah, hey, it works, Chuck.
Oh, they work all right. I just built one for you.
Wait. You just built one for me? Oh, no. Chuck, really? No. Okay, remember, I'm still live, so. Yeah, but, you know, the Franken Kronos is working. Looks good on the radio. I could somehow get my signal a little stronger, though, in the KPH, but that's a power issue on my side.
Oh, I'm just playing around here.
How much power are you putting out?
Maybe 100 watts. I don't know, something like that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm probably pushing close to 100 if this radio's behaving. You know, this is the 710, and I'm peaking what, about 12 amps a draw. Uh-oh. Did I lose you there, Chuck?
No, I'm still here.
Oh, okay. So, did the Warriors win?
No, I think you jinxed them.
Oh, jeez. Okay, yeah. Well, you know, it's a Blame Frank night, so we'll see how that goes. So, Hollywood says he hears me. That's why I thought it was him at first. That's why I was like coast to coast. But yeah, Hollywood, you can hear me? Oh, you're right there at the noise floor.
Oh, I got him here. Well, you actually should hear him better because he's on vertical and I'm horizontal, so he should be taking off a little bit lower than me. And but I can hear you. You're about an S5 here, Hollywood. Yeah, you get better audio stuff. I can understand you.
Yeah, I get you, Hollywood. Yeah, you can hear it back on the playback, but I'd say like a 5.1, 5.2 for me here. And Chuck is about 60 miles southeast of me, so he has that much on me. All right, so yay, it works. Awesome. Thank you, Hollywood, and thank you, Chuck. And yeah, we'll work out the rest of it later because I've been going for just over 3 hours now. Fantastic, Hollywood. You have a great evening, and we'll catch you later. And Chuck, thank you again. And with that, I'm going to switch back to the main display. Kilo Golf 6, November Lima Whiskey.
All right, KK6USY. Where's Hollywood at?
East Coast. Northeast.
Oh, that's pretty good for 40. I guess this time of night it helps.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. All right, I'm going back to the live. KG6 and LW. Well, Cape Cod. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I knew you were up there somewhere close by. So I'm getting out, and well, there we go. So as you see, Hollywood, there's no way to pause it. This big signal here, that was Chuck. This little single line here, that was me. So let me audio KG6 and LW, just showing something on the SDR real quick. KG6 and LW. So yeah, that right there, that right there is my little puny signal. So we should try to work that out. Now that we have, so antenna's good, we know that. Coax is good, we know that. Thankfully, that was my big issue. Actually, no, I look weird without these on. I was really concerned it was the 75-foot run of coax. So, all base. Okay, yeah, that's, let's see. Actually, we can use this display now. Yeah, that requires going into operation, transmit audio. That requires going through all of these settings. Yeah. Because there's nothing in transmit general. That's just your standard stuff. Yeah, except Travis, in this case, it's not. It's not all about the base in this case. Hollywood, it absolutely is. With that, though, I need to go give myself some coffee for the morning and wind down for the evening and eat the pizza dinner that's been sitting here for literally 3 hours and 6 minutes, teasing me. Yeah, so, yay, build's done. So, T.O., Mark, Hollywood, all the sass in the chat, Chuck, thank you. Wow, Bill, you're still out here, too. You must not work tomorrow. I mean, later today for you. Unless you're in Arizona. Well, no, it's still, they're almost tomorrow if you're in Arizona. But if you're back east, yeah. Okay. No work. Oh, lucky you. I'm out of work, so for now, we'll see what happens. Anyway, Justin, it was. And with that, 73, put on. We'll see y'all next week. Next time, I need the right wire, Chucky. Night all.